Today we have a special guest. We have Tradale Jones, aka Pressure Man, here out of Florida. Thank you, sir, for being here.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you, man. I'm really stoked to have you on, and I've been just always seeing your content online, and I love your brand. I love, Bleach Life. I mean, I think you really have an awesome brand and you represent the community in a great way. And I was going to ask you, like, how'd you get started in pressure washing? Like, kind of, if you don't mind, a little background about you and just how you got into it.
Yeah, so man, how I got started. It's kind of one of those stories where I was looking for a job and nobody was hiring. So I just kind of decided to hire myself. And in order for me to do that, start a business, right? So that's pretty much what I did. I just went to Lowe's and found the first pressure washer I seen there. And I say, you know what? I'm gonna start me a business. I'm gonna do this thing, man. Because I mean, at the time, uh, I was practically homeless, and I needed money, man. And it was like I was putting in application after application, and just not having any good luck trying to find a job. And so I just started doing some jobs for free. A lot of my grandmother's friends, family members. I was just doing like driveways, sprucing up their house for free and just getting before and after pictures and stuff like that. And once I got maybe 5 or 6 of those done, I started using those pictures on flyers and stuff like that. And the rest is just kind of history.
Okay, awesome, man. Well, I mean, going from where you were to now, I mean that's incredible. That's a great story. And I started with Lowe's too. I started with window cleaning, but Lowe's I just bought the cheapest stuff I could find and went from there as well. What services do you offer? From I don't know if you do gutter clean, other things like that, but like what specialties do you do?
Specialty is probably roof cleaning. We in my area, it's really high demand. And I found that out pretty quickly once I actually started soft washing. I was doing pressure washing for about a few years. I was just playing with this on and off. I didn't really take it seriously until about 2019 is when I actually found out about soft wash. I was really late because Facebook was something that I just wasn't into. And, once I kind of got online and start looking around, I actually found out about soft washing. So after I did the soft wash, started my soft wash journey about 2020. It took me a whole year to gather everything together. And then after that, I found out that the high demand for roof washing in my area was really high with the HOAs giving out fines and stuff like that. So that kind of became my specialty. Um, we do offer gutter cleaning and stuff like that. I've done a few of those, but it's just not really a high demand in my area for it. Um, and a lot of the roofs that I do, I get a chance to get a sneak peek at the gutters, and surprisingly, in the high 90% range, the gutters are clean. The gutters are clean, so I can't really upsell them here.
Oh
Uh,
wow.
yeah,
A-
it's really surprising.
And you're in is it South Florida?
Yeah, I'm in Miami-Dade County.
Okay, okay. Yeah, because like we do, man, we do tons of gutter clean north in the Carolinas, man. The gutters be horrible. But yeah, no, okay. So yeah, you're mine. And See, that's interesting because with roof washing, are you using like cougar paws and everything, or are you just using like Huck boots or regular boots? Because I know a lot of guys who do soft washing, power washing, they won't even do roof washing because they're terrified because the heights.
Right. And I mean, climbing on roofs is something that I've done since I was a jit, since I was a little kid.
Yeah.
Um, and I would always be on top of my grandmother's house for some reason. I don't know why.
Oh, okay.
But heights has never been a big thing for me. I flew in airplanes when I was little, being an army brat. We traveled a lot, so heights have never been something I was afraid of. But the boots that I use, I get this question a lot, and I started off with these boots because it was the first thing that I found.
Mm,
When I went to Walmart, Walmart doesn't even sell them anymore. So uh, but surprisingly, after I chose these boots, I liked it the way they felt. They're really comfortable. And the entire boot is made out of EVA foam. And I didn't know this until like a year after I was using the boot. I started to do some research to find out everything about this boot. It's just a basic boat docking boot,
okay.
and the entire thing is made out of EVA foam from the inside out. Super comfortable, uh super grippy, and it's almost like you're Spider-Man on top of the roof, man. And
Man, that's hey, we should start because cougar paws, man, they be expensive and
they are
that is the number one roofing boot in the country, right? But shoot, man,
yeah,
we might have to work together and rebrand what you got because shoot, I go through boots like crazy and I usually get like Hug boots, but maybe I gotta try yours.
yeah, I have a pair of Huck boots too. I have a pair of Huck boots. I think the other one is called Extreme or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, I know.
I didn't really like those because they were a lot heavier than what I was used to. The EVA foam technology boot that have, well, that I wear, is they're like ounces, man. They're so light. And once I tried to switch, I noticed that they were a little heavier with the other boots.
Gotcha.
But yeah, those boots are by far like top tier. Everybody knows about them, very super popular. And one thing about the boots that I wear, they do wear out within about 3 or 4 months.
Oh wow. Okay.
They
Pretty.
do, but they only cost like $30. So
That's so cheap. Where do
so
you
you
buy
kind of
them? If they
I
if Wal- huh?
say again.
Where do you buy them now since Walmart doesn't carry them?
I get them off of Amazon has them,
Oh, okay. Man,
and I don't even know the name. I
I'm
don't
gonna
even
have
know
to
the
look
name of them. I don't. I just know what they look like.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. What and I was gonna ask you about your, bleach life. Like, yeah, and you sell merch, right? Like you sell your own merch.
I'm trying, man. I'm not really the clothing expert,
Yeah,
guru, whatever, but like Bleach Life is a brand that it's kind of like, yeah, the merch brand of Pressure Man. So um I have a lot of Pressure Man gear, and this is all
that's
stitched.
that's awesome.
This is all stitched. I get my hats made from California. There's a young lady named Sherry, um and her company that she is working for is called Green Guard Apparel. Shout out to Green Guard Apparel, man.
All right, Green
Uh,
Apparel. I'll
yeah,
have to
they
put
they
that.
they make all my shirts as well. This shirt is 100% polyester, so it is bleach resistant. There's a few hats that I have that are bleach resistant as well. The ones that I wear in the field. Um, but Bleach Life came about because obviously because the industry that we are in, sodium hypochlorite. So what I did was from the periodic table. My wife, she kind of gets on me, and she calls me a nerd every now and then because me in high school, I had honors science and honors English and stuff like that. Just a little backstory about me, but
Okay.
the periodic table, science has always been like my favorite subject. So the periodic table is something that I really really love growing up. So sodium hypochlorite, I don't know if y'all can see that,
Yeah.
but that
Oh yeah, I can.
that's there, and that's where I get the idea and just the an atom molecule.
That's I love it. I mean, man, I think, man, you should have went to the huge convention and sell your merch, man, because have you ever been to the huge convention? It's in
I've never been to any of the huge that's going on right now. I was actually
Yeah,
just watching a few lives.
yeah.
Shout out to Trudy from the Panhandle and a couple other people there. Like who else is there? There's a lot of people there. This
Everyone's
one's
there.
huge, man.
I know I was supposed to go, but um some stuff came up. I'm so mad I couldn't go because I mean it's only a 6 hour drive for me. I mean, and and now like I talk to so many people in the industry from California to Rhode Island, and it's just good to talk to other business owners, get other tips from learn from each other, and but yeah, man, next year you gotta get a booth, man. Just sell your merch because I think just Bleach Life. I mean, I think it could do really well if you market it right.
You think so? Yeah, and I think that's a big thing. What's going on now is that I'm working on some new marketing stuff for Bleach Life. I've been kind of swamped with pressure man stuff, but I think if I go to the huge, the first time with me going, I would just probably go just
To learn.
to observe and learn and soak it up, man, and talk to as many vendors as I could and stuff like that.
What, as far as like your marketing, what works best for you? Because so many, like if you go on these Facebook groups, man, like you gotta be careful, right? A lot of them are just who knows what to believe on stuff. But for you, do you do paid ads? Are you all word of mouth? Do you do yard signs? Do you do door hangers? Like what works best for your business?
Yeah, so the first Facebook group that I got into, and I made a YouTube clip about this on my YouTube page. It was John Viad's.
Oh, oh, I already know.
I was kicked out of that group within 2 weeks, man. I was put out. So like what I did after that, and I didn't know this person, and
Yeah,
not back then, but what that did was I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna start my own Facebook group and I'm gonna be fair with people, like I'm gonna give away the game for free. The stuff that I have learned, pick my brain, man. I'm here.
yeah.
And so I started Bleach Life. I have a small little pressure washing community. It's under 200 people, but it's kind of growing. And but to answer your question with the ads, I tried Facebook ads, and what I've learned from Facebook ads is that it's all about location, just like with anything with business, man. It's location, location. And I did that for about a year, and it didn't really go well for me. I didn't really make a lot of money doing the Facebook ads. I actually spent more money than I made. So I tried Thumbtack. Um,
I
I've,
got kicked
I've
out of
tried everything, man.
I got kicked out of Thumbtack, man. I hated Thumbtack.
Yeah, me too. Me too, man. And
Yeah.
I tried that, and after that, I started hanging door hangers and passing out cards and flyers and doing the door to door thing, and that the door to door thing kind of worked for me more than anything else. So I clipped everything out and stuck with what worked.
Mhm.
And I basically now I'm running off of word of mouth, man. It's like every call that I get is basically a recommendation from somebody somebody's property that I've done. And I kind of pride myself off of customer service. And that's what really works when you just be who you are, be true to who you are, and talk to people like you want to be talked to. That goes a long way. It's just having that, that type of morale and stuff like that, and the feedback from that is just exquisite, man. It's an amazing thing to be able to touch people's lives in such a way. I'm almost like a superhero in my neighborhood. When I go to the grocery store, I'm always trying to wear my brand,
Right. Right.
because nobody's gonna promote you like you, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, of course.
So um, the HOA letters here are very detrimental to people. They'll fine you $100 a day until you get it done,
Wow.
and it sucks. It's really bad. And to be able to come through for people at a short moment's notice and stuff like that, and to be able to clean their properties up to where now they can just rip the HOA letters up and be done with that chapter of their life, and the smiles that I see, it's amazing. Like right now I have 91 5-star reviews in a row on Google, and it's all because they are, from the moment we received the phone call to the end of the job, man, we're all about touching people's lives and connecting with them and making sure that the customer is satisfied with everything about the job.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. And I I'm the exact same way. And this was going to kind of go into my next question is how do you make yourself different from your competitors, and what do you think about, especially in Florida, there's this stigma in Florida, right, that you know that it's so, I mean, that there's too many $99 guys, which I personally think there's that in everywhere you go. There's that in my city. How do you handle your competition, but then how do you handle just, people just being the $99 guy and being able to say this is my price, this is our standard, and not being able just to, like, you know what, okay, I'll take the $99 quote that you want, because man, I'll tell you, and happens with us all the time, like, I'm not the cheapest, I'm not the most expensive, I'm literally dead in the middle, but I'm very firm on my pricing, like I won't budge.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I love the $99 guys. They kind of keep everybody on their toes.
Yeah.
I personally have created this. I don't know if you would call it entendre. I've created this mindset to where I don't have anybody in my lane. That I've carved out my own lane, and competition just doesn't exist. It only exists if you want it to. You your own boss. You set your own goals and needs and wants for your business. You do your own thing, and everybody else is just over there. So when it comes to pricing, my prices aren't the most expensive. Like you say, you're kind of in the middle. I'm kind of the same, and it depends on the location as well. Like if I know I'm going to be in a certain area, I know I can get away with charging this. If I'm going to be in another area, price fluctuates based off of location. That's why a lot of people up north uh kind of drag people from Florida, because there's a lot of $99 guys, and it's just the cost of living.
Yeah.
You know, the cost of living is really, really high in Florida, South Florida, than it is in a lot of other places. So um, you tend to fluctuate that based off of that sometimes. So um, like I tell my daughter, you know, um, if like we set the price and we don't negotiate price, and all of my past clients and all of my future clients will understand this about Pressure Man. We set the price. We don't negotiate price. Our pricing is based off of clients' needs and business owners' needs. So it's fair. When I gave you the price, it was fair for me and you at the same time. That's why we don't negotiate. And I always tell my daughter that she's my grounds person when we do roofs.
Oh,
She's been working with me since she was 8 years old. She's almost 16 now. So she
oh,
knows
okay.
she knows the business. And I always tell her, you know, there's always a job around the corner. If I set a price, they don't like it, they try to negotiate something, I'm always trying to upsell something else. I'm
Right.
always trying to I never change my price. I'm always trying to add some other stuff. So if they don't like the price, then it's okay. We respectfully decline and we can part ways. Everybody's pockets are not the same. So my clients are the ones that when I give the price, they say, when can you do it? And that's the mindset that we have here.
That's great. That's that's amazing because I feel like a lot of guys when because they'll get the quote and then the client will try to be like, oh, I'm interested, but can you take off $50 or $60? And then a lot of the guys they'll just budge because like having that mindset, especially it's like, well, I'd rather have that cash than no cash. But it took me a while to learn
Yeah,
that, honestly, is
me
like,
too.
yeah, is and in the beginning, I'll be honest, I did do that. I would be like, oh, it's $400, 280, take or leave it. And in the beginning I would, because I'm like, I need the cash, I got rent, I gotta pay bills, I got a
And
mortgage.
that's the part of the game that a lot of folks, they won't teach you that.
Oh
And
yeah,
we all when we get into the business, we all chase the money.
yes,
And
100%.
a lot of homeowners, they're really crafty because they're a lot of them have been homeowners for a while. They've hired tons of people to do stuff, and they have become naturally negotiators. Everybody's trying to save a buck, but
Yeah,
nobody. What I notice is that nobody tries to negotiate with the plumber when they have to call him on an emergency at night,
so true, so
and
true.
it's freaking leaking water all in their house. Nobody says, "Oh, bring it down," $100. No, they
But
never do that.
and that's so interesting that you say that, because and I could be wrong, but the way I feel like homeowners, maybe a lot of them think about window cleaners, gutter cleaners, pressure washer. They're like, in the back of their head, they're like, oh, I could do this myself. So I'm gonna try to I'm gonna try to save 100 and 150 off
Right.
this quote. Versus, you're right. If electrician comes out, a plumber, it I've got some crazy quotes from them because I've had things with my house. It's 300-400 bucks an hour, and you're just like, okay, you don't even question it. It's like, but then when we come around, and this is something that my I've like mentally have had to learn, is like, I we are specialists in what we do. Like, a
Exactly.
plumber is a specialist in fixing toilets,
Right.
drainage. Like, you can't, like, for you, like doing a roof wash, you could seriously damage a roof if you put too much pressure, if you don't know how to walk on a roof, or if you're doing a house wash. Like, I know guys that have literally busted holes in vinyl and like or have ruined paint because they don't do test spots or have ruined concrete. So it's like I what I've learned is I really like to try to coach the homeowner on the process because it's not that simple and we are specialists and like that is why I expect the money I do because you can't just take anyone off the street and just like do it now. Like you got to be trained, you got to have the right equipment, you got to have the insurance, and it's the exact same profession. Being a plumber, electrician, it's just different.
Yeah, it's actually correct, man. And here in Florida, they just passed a bill. It's Bill 735, which uh, all those people that you named are pretty much specialty licenses. Pressure washing in Florida falls under painting, which is a specialty license, which you don't have to have anymore.
Gotcha.
So the thing is that you're absolutely correct, man. It's almost if they look at you as less than other professions, and it's like uh they have to be educated on knowing that it does take skill to climb and scale a roof. You have to know how to walk, and all roofs are different. You have barrel tile, you got slate, you have you know metal roofs, you have shake roof. I mean, there's so many different styles of roofs, and you have to know how to walk on them. You have to know what how to clean them, and I have a lot of how tos on cleaning different barrel tiles and slate roofs and stuff like that on my YouTube. And a lot of people do. We it's a lot of gurus on YouTube about cleaning and stuff like that. So what I've done is I made a few videos about educating the homeowner. I have a 3 minute roof washing processing video, and it's a QR barcode on all of my business cards, on things like that. So they can, hit the QR barcode with their phone. It'll take them directly to my roof wash processing video. Every time that I get a call for roof jobs, um, that link from YouTube about my roof wash processing video goes straight to them. That's the first thing that goes to them. So while I'm creating the estimate for them, they can watch the 3 minute processing video to see how the roof is clean. It's from start to finish. It's measuring the roof and coming up with the square footage of the roof, and how we clean the roof. What are we doing while we're cleaning the roof? We're spraying water from beginning to end, and also spraying a bleach neutralizer at the end for a final rinse. I mean, it just goes through the whole
Mm,
education how we're going to clean this property, and that has helped us land a lot of jobs. It's almost like a hook, line, and sinker with that, with the educating people, because a lot of people still don't know. A lot of homeowners still don't understand what soft wash is. They're still on the traditional power washing where you're up there with high pressure,
no.
probably damaging the roof. you know, they're still on that mindset, on that what you're going to do when you come out. And once they hear about the soft wash, they're so intrigued. They're like, "Wow, so you're cleaning with chemical at low pressure at 60 psi? Like I didn't know that could be done." So, like you said, educating the homeowners, and even even business owners, educating them on the process will definitely help you um, land those type of leads, man, and people start taking you more seriously as if you were a plumber or electrician.
Right. What do you do mostly over the phone quotes, or do you do a mixture of in-person quotes as well? Um, because I like we do mostly over the phone, but depending on the job, Of course, how big the properties will go, but
Yeah.
I would say we do like 80% over the phone. And then, as far as like upselling, we do that once we usually get to the property, just so we could like point it out. Um,
Yeah, we're pretty much the same, man. If I can do the quote over the phone,
yeah,
then I just don't see the point of wasting the gas. So
exactly. Yeah, because we were in the beginning, I was at 100% in-person quotes. But my close ratio was literally like the same. And I service a big area. Like for me, we go where the money's at. So I'll drive an hour left, right, back, side. I don't care. If there's money, we're going. Like, and I just was wasting so much gas. I'm like, man, I gotta start doing this over the phone stuff. And then and of course, maybe you don't build that personal connection as much because compared to doing it in person, but it's like, man, I feel like to me the my close ratio was pretty much dead even, you know. So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, exactly.
but what's your goal for your company? You've been doing it a while. Like, do you want to keep it small in the family? Do you want to expand?
Well, now I'm in my third year with the soft washing included. So I was pressure cleaning on and off for a few years, not really taking it seriously, just making a couple bucks here and there. So now I'm I'm to the point to where last year was like a big branding thing. Just trying to get my brand with Bleach Life secure. So Bleach Life is trademarked now. It is an LLC as well. So I did that whole thing last year and trying to grow small
Hmm.
and keep it in the family last year. Now this year has got me thinking to expand. So hopefully in the near future I can take it and see what it can do, man. I'm not even sure. I just kind of want it to grow legs and walk around.
Gotcha. Yeah, man. I'm gonna have to get some of your apparel because I gotta support you. Because I'll have to. Uh, Maybe you get a friend and family discount.
Hey, absolutely, man. You got it. I'll send you some stuff.
Yeah, that'd be awesome, man. Yeah, because I'm like, man, that's nice stuff. And kind of and I appreciate your time. Any last words, tips, or tricks for just anyone just thinking about starting a exterior cleaning business, or they started one and they're stuck and they're like, man, where's the leads? They're frustrated. They're like, man, how do I keep going? Any words from Pressure Man?
Yeah, absolutely. The word that I have is not my own. It belongs to God. So faith is something that I definitely had to step out on when it came to what you're describing. My business was first called I Got Pressure, and that one went down, and it was down for 2 years.
Mm.
And I held on to all my equipment. I didn't sell anything because I believe that God gave me this. I prayed for it. I asked him to give me something type of work in my hands because nobody was hiring. And when he allowed me to be able to buy those pressure washing machines, which the first machine I bought was a Troy built.
Oh,
And and man, I didn't really have any money back then and he made a way and I seen the miracle happen. He made a way for me to buy that machine. And I knew he gave this to me. So when my business went down, the first year and then the second year, all I had was my faith to lean on. So if you're a small business and you're starting off, don't be frustrated. Try not to be frustrated. It's a hard thing to do, but try not to be frustrated. Allow your feet to hit the pavement and just keep moving, keep grinding. Because when I was down for 2 years in a row, I didn't stop working. Even though I wasn't making any money, I was in the lab preparing for when I do come out of that storm. I was working on my brand. I was working on the colors of my brand. I was masterminding certain elements of my business that wasn't the physical portion of the business. You understand what I'm saying? So when I did get a breakthrough to regain that type of energy to come back out, man, it was like on rocket fuel, man. It was one of those things. So like I revamped and rebranded and came out. And my daughter, every time I would go do the pressure, when my business name was I Got Pressure, she would say, "Daddy, you going to go do the pressure man? You going to go do the pressure man?" And that stuck, man. And it was like when I came back out with my business, pressure man.
I
So faith, lean on your faith, people.
All right. Well, you got it there from Pressure Man himself. And I'm gonna link all your info down below. And I just want to say, man, thank you so much for your time. I really
Thank you, my brother.
appreciate it, man. And yeah, you have a blessed day and we'll chat soon.
Likewise, man. Enjoy your day.
All right, man. Have a good one. All right, bye.